Hello everyone. Today we are going to study rectifiers. In this video, we are going to study half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, bridge rectifier and voltage regulation in rectifiers. So let us start. First of all, we'll see what is rectification. Rectification is the process in which the AC current is converted into DC current, and an electrical device which converts alternating current to direct current is called rectifier. So, how can we define it in a proper way? An electrical device which converts alternating current to direct current which flows in only one direction is called rectifier, and the process is known as rectification. Let us see what is half wave rectifier. In half wave rectifier, single diode in a single phase supply is required. Here is the figure for half wave rectifier, where we are using only one diode and a load resistance, also a AC signal. Here we have input signal, input waveform, and this is the output waveform. So in this half wave rectifier, the single phase supply allows either the positive or the negative half of the AC wave to pass through this rectifier, and half the wave is blocked. Half of the wave is blocked. Thus, the half wave rectifier converts one half cycle of AC input into DC input. The half cycle, either the positive half or the negative half. It is the simplest kind of rectifier, as only one diode is used. Due to the pulsating nature of direct current, ripple factor in this half wave rectifier is very high, and that's why it is not considered as efficient, and this half wave rectifier most of the time require filters to reduce the ripple factor. The output voltage in half wave rectifier is Vrms is equal to V peak by 2 and Vdc, that is the output DC voltage, is equal to V peak by pi. This Vdc and VAV, that is the output DC voltage or average voltage, is called Vdc and VAV. V peak is the peak value of the phase input voltage. Vrms is the root mean square value of the output. Let us see the working of this full wave rectifier. Okay, here when the transformer is center tapped, then two diodes back to back, depending upon the polarities, can form full wave rectifier. Okay, during the first half cycle, the center tapped will be at zero potential and D1 is in the forward bias. Thus, the current will flow through it. At the same time, D2 is in the reverse bias and will block the current through it. Similarly, during the negative half cycle, this D2 is in the forward bias and D1 will block the current through it. Okay, so in positive half cycle, D1 conducts and the negative half cycle D2 will conduct. As a result, both half cycle are allowed to pass through, and the average DC voltage in full wave rectifier is twice of the DC output voltage of a half wave rectifier. Okay, see, when it is positive half, still output waveform. When negative half, then this D2 conducts, then also the output waveform forms. Okay, so let us see the output voltage in full wave rectifier. In full wave rectifier, the output voltage is VDC is equal to VAV is equal to twice of V peak, and VRMS is V peak by root 2. Okay. Now let us see the bridge wave rectifier. This bridge rectifier is a full wave type of a rectifier, and this rectifier used 4 diodes, 1, 2, 3, 4, D1, D2, D3, D4, and these 4 diodes are arranged in such a way that a bridge type image is formed, and this kind of rectifier is very efficient to convert alternating current to direct current. Okay, so let us see how it works. The transformer is connected in between 2 opposite points, that is A and C of the bridge, and the load resistance is connected through B and D. Okay, so let us see how it works. During the first half cycle of the input voltage, the upper end of the secondary winding coil of a transformer is positive. Thus, D1 and D3 will conduct. That is, current will flow through AB and then through the load current. Then it reaches to the point D. Okay. And from this D to C. Okay. This way. Okay. Then this D2 and D4 are in reverse bias in this case, and current do not allow to flow through AD and this BC. Okay. Only current will flow through AB and DC, but it will not, current will flow through AB, it is like this, and it is again, it is like this, this completes. Okay, so current will flow through AB and this DC, and in the another cycle, another half cycle, the current will flow through this way, this CB, and then load resistance, and then to this, and then this D4 will conduct, that is DA. So this is the way the current will flow. So we can say that for the first time, when this point of the transformer is positive, D1 and D3 is in the forward bias, and current will flow through AB and enters to the load RL and returns back through the DC. Okay, the diode D2 and D4 are in the reverse bias, and current do not allow to flow through AD and BC. Okay, and during the second cycle, that is second half cycle of the input voltage, the lower end of the secondary winding of the transformer is positive. Okay, therefore diode D2 and D4 becomes forward bias, and current flows through CB and enters the load resistance RL and return back flowing through DA. In this way the current flows. Okay. Now let us see what is ripple factor. Ripple factor, it is nothing but the smoothness of output DC signal, which is measured by a factor, and that factor is known as ripple factor. The output signal with some ripples is considered a smooth DC signal, while the output with high ripples is considered a high pulsating DC signal. Now let us see how we can define it mathematically. Mathematically, we can define it as a ratio of ripple voltage to the pure DC voltage, and this can be given by gamma, which is equal to under root Vrms upon VDC minus 1. And for this bridge rectifier, the ripple factor is 0.48, whereas this is very high in case of half wave rectifier. Now see what is peak inverse voltage. Peak inverse voltage is a maximum voltage that a diode can withstand in the reverse bias condition, is known as peak inverse voltage. Okay. Let us see how can we calculate the efficiency of a rectifier. The rectifier efficiency determines how efficient the rectifier converts alternating current into the direct current. Rectifier efficiency is mathematically defined as the ratio of DC output power to AC output power, and this is denoted by neta. The maximum efficiency of bridge wave rectifier is 81.2%. Now let us see what is voltage regulation in rectifier. Rectifiers need voltage regulation. This is clear. And the variation of DC output voltage with change in DC load current is called as regulation. So this regulation must be there for a rectifier for an ideal power supply. And this can be calculated as voltage when no load is applied minus voltage when full load is applied upon voltage when full load is applied into 100. The lower the percentage regulation, the better would be the power supply. An ideal power supply will have a 0% regulation. With this, I stop here. Thank you. Thank you so much.